Hey Smile Shop, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I am at this beautiful beach here I'm in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. If you've heard of Wilmington, North Carolina, I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. So it's about a 2-hour drive from Raleigh. But I'm just taking a walk on the beach. Hopefully y'all can hear me real good. I know we got the waves in the background. So just kind of take this, the sound in, the waves in. Hopefully the sound quality is good, but I'm gonna try to get this video out. But I figured this would be the perfect video to give y'all, being the fact that I am at the beach right now, and Memorial Day weekend is coming up next weekend. So people are going to start going to the pool, to the beach more. So one of the questions some of you might have is, this water is cold. Now it's only about maybe 80 degrees. I want to say it's like 82 degrees, but this water is so cold. To me, I don't know if it's hot enough for me to submerge my whole body. And I do got my swimsuit up under this, but I don't know if I'm going to be going swimming in it because it's too cold for me. I don't know. Maybe if I sat here in the heat something, I'll go swimming. I don't know. Or at least go out there. But I just got my feet in. So, you might be asking, okay, so how do I, go swimming with my natural hair? How to prepare with my natural hair for the pool and for the beach? Well, you didn't ask, but I'm glad you asked. So, the first thing we have to keep in mind is when it comes to, like, chlorine and beaches and stuff, it can be drying to natural hair. Okay, but I never want you to not enjoy your summer because you're worried about your hair. And also, you might be someone, maybe you're not wearing braids. Like, you can wear braids, I will say that. You can do like the traditional box braids, or you can do like crochets and stuff. But some people just want to wear their loose natural hair. And you most certainly can do that. So if you don't want to wear braids, you can do a swim cap. Now I know the next question is going to be, well, Lisa, my hair is too thick to go up on the swim cap. Well, you don't want to put a swim cap on top of your afro. So if you're someone and you like, I don't want my hair to get wet at all, or you might have kids who's taking swimming lessons, swim classes this summer, and you like, look, I don't want to get my child hair wet every day. Or maybe you are someone and you like, I don't want to get my hair wet every day. You can definitely do a swim cap. Now, before you put in the swim cap, you want to make sure your hair is like either braided down, so maybe braid your hair down in cornrows, or do individual plaits, do individual 2-strand twists. That way, especially if your hair is thicker, maybe if your hair is on the thinner or finer side, you probably can just flat twist your hair down and it'll be flat enough. But if your hair is on the thicker, coarser side, I would recommend flat twisting your hair down, or 2-strand twists, cornrows, or braids. So that way it's something and it's flat enough to fit in under the cap. Now, I do know, I'll probably try to link some on my Amazon store. They do have like some extra large, swim caps now, especially for those who have thicker natural hair. So that's the thing. Now, the other question that I've been asked in the past is like, well, Lisa, I put the cap on, but my hair still get wet. I'll say this. I would rather only 10% of your hair get wet if you're concerned about that versus 90%. It beats better than having your whole head wet, because sometimes with some swim caps, if they lift up, it might get wet along the edges. And to me, that's still not bad, because it's better than your whole head getting wet and rewashing it. Now, I will say, if just your edges get wet, I would take like a wet cloth and kind of like wipe some of the chlorine out, and then re-moisturize it by doing a leave-in conditioner or oil or cream. Okay, so that's better if all of the hair don't get wet. Now, if If you're going swimming and you're like, Lisa, I don't care about all my hair getting wet, but what do I need to do before I get into the ocean or the swimming pool? This is what I would recommend. So before you go into the ocean or whatever, if you can, you want to rinse your hair with the water at your house or your hotel or whatever, because you want your hair to kind of get that moisture first from that water with all the added chemicals like the chlorine and stuff. So you want to rinse your hair first with that, because we're getting the hydration in our hair, because like I said, the chlorine is going to dry it out. Now after you do that, you're going to put a leave-in conditioner. So choose like a ooh, this is cold. This is so cold to me. I'm trying to walk in the water a little bit more so my body can get used to it. But I'm just walking along the little beach side. So you want to, after you rinse it out, or you don't have to rinse it out. That was just my suggestion. But even if you don't rinse it out before you get in the pool, always add a leave-in conditioner. And this is the time, if you want to add like a thick leave-in conditioner, this is the time to do it. Sometimes, like when it comes to thicker hair, you want to use something that's lighter. But under these circumstances, if you want to use like a thicker leave-in conditioner, you can do that. Or it can just be a regular lightweight leave-in conditioner, because I got tips for all y'all. So leave-in conditioner, because what we want, if we want to lock in that moisture and we want to keep out, we want it to be a barrier when it comes between, like, your hair come in contact with the water, okay? So that leave-in conditioner is going to act as a barrier. After you put the leave-in conditioner in your hair, if we want to do an oil, any kind of oil will work. And this is the time where normally I talk junk about y'all using a whole lot of oil. But this is the time, if you want to OD on oil, this is your time to shine. This is the time where if you want to use Blue Magic grease, this is your time. And this is the time where you want to go back to old school greases and stuff. This is your time to shine, okay? Okay, because y'all know how I feel about putting too much oil or drenching your hair with grease all the time. But if we're getting ready to go in this chlorine pool, we want a good barrier, okay? After you do that, after you do the oil and leave-in, you can kind of start right there. But if your hair is really prone to dryness, then you can add the third layer, which is a cream. So like a hair milk, a curl cream, something just an extra layer, barrier of protection. So that way, when you go in the pool, when you go in the ocean, that water has to break through all of that. It has to fight to break through that cream, that oil, and that leave-in before it actually gets to your hair. And that way, when you get done swimming or whatever and being in the pool, your hair won't be so dry, okay? It won't be as dry, and it'll add that protective layer. So keep that in mind. So those are things you want to do before you get into the ocean, before you get into the pool. Now, after we come out the pool, we have to do some work too, okay? So when you come out the pool, what you want to do is you want to rinse your hair, okay? You want to rinse out all that chlorine, you know, all the stuff we got going on. If you did this the right way, you shouldn't have too much. Your hair shouldn't be too dry. It shouldn't have too much chlorine in it. But we still want to do a proper shampoo, because we do have a lot of products on our hair. So what you're going to use, you're going to use a deep cleansing shampoo, which is a clarifying shampoo. That's going to remove all those products, and if any chlorine did get into your hair shaft, it's going to remove that chlorine. Because remember, when it comes to keeping the hair moisturized, we had to start off with a clean slate. So I have to move my chair down here. But I done walked a long way, because ain't hardly nobody on this side of the beach. So yeah, take off my shades. So yeah, you want to have a you want to remove all that with the deep cleansing shampoo. Next, you're going to follow up with moisturizing shampoo. You can get my Honey Mimosa shampoo on my website and the conditioner, and just do your deep condition. Then you all set. You go ahead and style your hair as usual. So that's how you prepare before you get in the pool or ocean, and even after you get out. Now, if you're wearing braids, I want you to keep in mind that you ain't excluded. Don't think, well, I got braids, so I ain't got to do all that. Oh, even if you got braids, I would still slather some oil on my braids, especially on the part of the braids where you know your natural hair stop at. So if your natural hair, let's just say you got braids all the way down to your shoulder, but if your natural hair stop up here, you should at least be oiling or moisturizing at least the parts of the hair where your hair is at, okay? You don't have to go all the way down the braid, but at least keep in mind where your hair starts and stop at, okay? Ooh. This water is cold to me. Okay, so if you got braids, so if you got braids or something, again, we're gonna apply an oil, or I would say leave-in, a little bit of leave-in conditioner, a little bit of oil, coat it to where your hair starts and stops, and you can go swimming as usual. And then when you got braids and you coming out the pool, you still want to shampoo your hair. You can dilute the shampoo in the applicator bottle, like maybe that much shampoo and the rest of water, and just kind of just go in between your parts with the applicator bottle and rub it to shampoo it, and then rinse it out. I did a live stream on my page probably about a week ago of shampooing my mini twists. If you have cornrows or if you have box braids, you can use this method where I basically took a wig cap or a stocking cap and I placed it on my head first, and then I shampooed my hair with the stocking cap on it. That method really works, and it will help tame some of the frizz. If some of y'all are worried about, oh, I don't want to shampoo because it's going to be a lot of frizz, use that method. And after you shampoo it, after you shampoo your braids or your cornrows, you can use some mousse. If you go on my website, I have the Marie Legacy styling foam. You put some foam on your hair, smooth it down, tie it down with a scarf, either sit under the dryer, let it air dry, or blow dry it, and once it's dry, that will calm down the frizz. So don't stop your summer fun because you're concerned about your hair. I never want our hair to be a distraction or to be a barrier on why we're not physical, whether that's for our leisure or whether it's for our health or our fitness. Our hair shouldn't be a barrier. It shouldn't. God made our hair for a reason, and He has given us the tools and the resources, and even placed the people in your life like me, like Lisa Smiles, to give you the tips to show you how do you maintain your hair. So I want us to be able to enjoy our summer. You know what I'm saying? Get out there, get your hair wet. Don't be scared. Oh, I do want to say this. Now, I'm not getting my head wet today. I'm not doing all that because the water's too cold. Like I said, I think the most I might do is let it come up to my knees because it's too cold for me. And even the knees might be pushing because it's cold. But I do want to say, I don't want you to get in the water with your afro out like this. Don't do it. So if you're wearing a twist out, I would recommend you twist your hair up before you get into the pool or ocean, okay? Because you want to have it nicely. It's kind of like, you remember how I told y'all, if you used to watch my videos, before you get your hair, before you shampoo your hair, you should detangle. Because when that water hit it, it's going to lock up if you haven't detangled it. So I would recommend, if you're wearing a wash and go, if you're wearing a twist out or a rod set, whatever, and your hair is prone to tangling bad, please hear me out. Detangle your hair and twist it up before you get it wet. It will save you a world of difference, okay? Do not get in the ocean, do not get in the pool with your loose afro if it's not detangled. Now, if your afro is detangled, that's different. But again, even if you detangle your afro before you go into the pool or the ocean, leave-in conditioner, oil, and cream. That will keep your hair together. But my best how y'all doing? My best advice would be to twist it up, because that way when you're done at the pool or the ocean, you won't have a hard time with detangling it before you shampoo. Okay, so I hope these tips were helpful. I'm about to enjoy the rest of God's creation, and I'm just getting me a little walk in, doing a little walk for 30 minutes, and just hang out. So thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for liking the video. You know, share this video out to somebody who might need it, because it will be helpful for people to know like what they need to be doing to their hair. Shouts out to all the Smiles Tribe members. Thank you for being a part of my membership. If you do want to join my membership, you can just click the join button and join my membership and get more exclusive content from my channel. So thank y'all so much, and I'm gonna see y'all in the video. Y'all people in here looking at me like, what's she doing? Don't mind me, I'm getting to the bag, okay? So you two can send me a check, okay? Bye y'all.